By popular demand, we're revisiting some favorite color combinations of mine, and this time we'll be adding in some student-grade Crayola colored pencils along with our Prismacolors to get from this to this. So stick around! Hello colorists, welcome to PencilStash, a weekly show all about coloring. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to get all the new content, and be sure to hit that like button if you're enjoying my videos. So I am back after a week off from Labor Day weekend, which was very, very nice, and I am floored at the awesome response to the last PencilStash video, where we took our Prismacolor colored pencils and I pulled out some of my favorite color combos to share with you guys. And I got a bunch of comments requesting to do the same with my Crayolas. So today's video will be doing just that. But we're going to be using both Prisma and Crayolas, since that's actually what I use on a daily basis, both of those brands together. And the first thing I did was go to my color charts, and you'll recognize the Prismacolor color charts from last video, but the one on the right, the one here, is a color chart for the 50 set of Crayola's student grade colored pencils that I made myself. It was really, really easy, nothing fancy. I just put down a light pencil grid, drew some circles, and the color name, and voila, all done. So I don't have one for you guys to download, I'm so sorry, but you may be able to find one online, and I'll tell you what, I'll do some digging, and if I find one, I will certainly link it in the description below. Now, once I pulled my color charts, I started going through my favorites and just kind of identifying the colors that I typically use alongside those. And I ended up pulling these colors here. And I've named them all for you right here, just in case you want to follow along as we go. You can pull these now, but I'm also going to list them out as I demonstrate, so don't worry, and they will all be in the description below. And we're going to use the same book, the same page as we did last time, right alongside our previous color combos. And this is from Magical Jungle by Joanna Basford. But this time we're actually going to be using this leaf right here to demonstrate our additional 5 color combos, starting with my green combo. And in this combo, I will be using Crayola's Palm Leaf, Prismacolors Chartreuse, Prismacolors Spring Green, Crayola's Fern, and Crayola's Yellow Green. Now, I always start with my lightest color, and this acts as a little bit of insurance because you can always cover lighter colors with darker ones if you found that you want to shrink that area a bit. You know, maybe you put down a little bit more light color than you had intended. You can always cover it up, but the other way around is not so easy. So starting with Crayola's Palm Leaf, which is one of my absolute favorites, I'm going to place this down lightly in the center of kind of the larger areas of our 2 leaf sections here. Then I'm going to work my way down the line from the lightest green to the darkest, center outward. And don't forget to overlap and feather your colors into one another to create nice, smooth transitions. Now, I use this particular green color combo quite a bit because I'm not a huge fan of super bright kind of neon colors, but finishing off these lightest colors with my fern and my yellow green sort of bring it back down to earth. It still kind of allows the colors to be intense, but not neon. And here it is. And I'll use my Prismacolor colorless blender pencil to finish it off and smooth out my transition areas. Now onto my blue combo set. And for this one, I'm going to be using Crayola's Absolute Zero, Prismacolor's Electric Blue, Crayola's Blue Bolt, and Crayola's Cerulean. And I'll do exactly the same thing on this one, starting with my lightest color, Crayola's Absolute Zero, but I'm actually going to be doing something just a little bit different, I guess. I'm actually going to try to localize my highlight in a narrower band instead of kind of radiating it out from the center like I did in the previous videos and on kind of the green section of our leaf here. Because I think that this technique actually better depicts how I would actually use these color gradients in an actual color page. Now, there are a few reasons that I like to sprinkle in using Crayola colored pencils alongside my Prismacolors. One reason being they're awesome. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Another reason being they vastly expand my color options. Because, I mean, who likes to be limited, right? The Prismacolor set that I have is the full 150 set, but believe it or not, I find myself missing certain colors, and the Crayola set either has the color that I'm looking for or has another color that I can actually use to layer to get the color that I'm looking for, so super helpful. And another reason I love these is that they are student grade, so they don't have the same level of pigment in them that an artist grade pencil would. And you may think that that is a drawback, but it really isn't. If you tend to be naturally kind of heavy-handed with your colored pencils like I am, you have to really focus when you're using some of these pencils, not pressing too hard. Now, if you tend to be naturally heavy-handed with colored pencils like I am, you have to really focus when you're coloring on not pressing too hard. Otherwise, you get a much darker color than you intended. And so with the Crayolas, this just happens naturally, and it actually helps me out a ton. It makes sure that I'm staying nice and light. And when this is done, you'll see instead of keeping the highlight in the center kind of radiating outward, I started very light on one side and then worked my way darker across the gradient towards the right side of each section. This kind of mimics a little bit more of a natural highlight here. Now for my red/pink color combo, I am going to be using Crayola's Salmon, Crayola's Fuzzy Wuzzy, Crayola's Red Orange, and Prismacolor's Carmine Red. Now, the Crayola's Salmon and Fuzzy Wuzzy are actually two of my very favorites. They are fabulous on their own, but when you bring them together, you get something truly beautiful. Definitely one of my favorites. And then by adding in the darker red orange and the carmine red, it just kind of adds some further depth. And again, as I go through these color combos, they might not seem like they go together. Like, why would salmon and like kind of a red orange go together? But they really, really do. They might seem like odd choices, but I always have a little sketch pad next to me when I color, and I'm always trying out color combos to see what I can come up with, either by kind of placing them next to one another, layering two together. It's always best to try them out where it doesn't matter before you put them down on a place that does matter, like your coloring page. Now for our purple set, we're going to be using Prismacolor's Rosy Beige, Crayola's Mauve, Crayola's Plum, and Prismacolor's Black Cherry. And by the way, pay no attention to my nails. I keep forgetting to repolish them as I have picked most of my nail polish off. I do that in kind of those life moments where you so desperately want to say something, but know that it would be a terrible idea to do so. Does anyone else do that? It's kind of the physical equivalent of biting my tongue. You always know how good or bad of a week that I've had by the state of my nail polish, so pay no mind. Also, the nice thing about this darkest color, this black cherry, is that it can read as purple, it can read as a deep red, and sometimes I even use it to shade or bring just a hint of color to my browns and my grays. It's a very versatile color. And our final set is Crayola's Harvest Gold, Crayola's Bronze Yellow, Prismacolor's Bronze, and Prismacolor's Dark Brown. And by the way, Crayola, I just love that you named this color Harvest Gold, like the classic appliance color of the 70s. It is spot on. Now, this is a wonderful earthy kind of color combo. You've got the gold to start with, and then this bronze yellow has a beautiful hint of kind of an earthy green to it. It adds a whole other dimension of color. And I typically use this combination of colors when I'm coloring foliage and other plants. And again, because I'm not a super fan of like bright colors like those grassy greens, like Prismacolor's grass green, the actual color grass green, you will never see me using that color. It's just a little bit too like crayon green, especially for natural items and objects on a page. I tend to like to tone down when coloring natural objects in nature. And there you have it, folks. More of my favorite color combinations. And I'll be sure to list them down below in the description so you guys don't have to feverishly write anything down. It's right there for you. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. I love hearing all of the comments from you guys. And if you didn't like this video, well, you know, that's okay too. By the way, I have something up my sleeve coming up for you guys later this month in September, perhaps even early October. So be on the lookout for that. I know I am very excited about it. Can't wait to tell you. And have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye.